What's up, guys, and welcome back. Today we are back to working on the mid-engine CRX. Today we are going to weld up the roll cage. Let me show you where we're at and talk about how we're going to do this. So I don't think you guys have seen the roll cage completed. I pretty much got all the pipes made, all the notching done. There is this one little piece that I took out right now for the boom. I was trying to weld it up and I was trying to figure out where I want to do my test welds at. So I got the TIG welder out. I just made up this little extension cord right here. It's a 220 volt extension cord. Made that real quick so that I could weld the CRX because my closest plug is right there on the wall. So it was going to be kind of far away from the car. I would have had to move all these bikes and everything. So anyways, I got all the pipes made. The only things that are not actually in position right now is these two sidebars. They're kind of just in the rough position, but once I weld up this pipe and then put this pipe in and weld that pipe, then I'll put this pipe in and it'll kind of just be right below that weld. But right now I just got it kind of sitting right there. This is a 10-point cage. It's good for 850s in the quarter mile. I don't have a dash bar, that's the only thing, but they say if you have a stock firewall, you don't have to have a dash bar. So this is what the cage looks like right now before we weld it up. I just did a little test weld with the TIG welder, and that's what I got right there. So main problem I was having is that on my gun here, on my little doohickey, whatever you call that, it has a trigger, and apparently when I bought this welder from the guy, the trigger doesn't actually plug in right here where it's supposed to, so he must have left that part out. See, this is not the right if you have one of these welders in Everlast, you'll know that that's not the right type of fitting right there. This one's different, so now I have to do it all with a foot pedal, which is going to be kind of tough trying to climb in the car and control the foot pedal, but that's okay. We'll give a quick one more once around on this cage so we can look at it from all the angles. Again, this is my 88 Honda CRX mid-engine, and here's the roll cage, guys. Drop a comment down below. I want to hear what you guys think about the roll cage. Is it the worst one you've ever seen, or is it the best one you've ever seen? Or all right, guys, as you probably seen, I was struggling, man. And I did a little bit of research, and apparently it's not very common to TIG weld a roll cage. And if you do, you got to be pretty talented. And not that I'm not talented enough, but the main thing holding me back right now is that I have to use the foot pedal. If I could get in there and use my finger trigger, I would be good to go, I bet. But man, it was too tough. And I had to think logically that, hey, it's probably not going to be as strong if I don't TIG weld it properly, because I'll be a lot better at MIG welding it. It would come out really good, a good MIG weld, but my TIG weld is probably not going to come out that good. So boom, we started MIG welding it. So I got laid a couple beads right there, and still got to weld all the tops, but I just welded pretty much as I can all the way up in here. And then so now I just got to cut all my tack welds through some dimes right there, through a couple more dimes up there, you know what I mean? Sheba. All right, so I gotta drop the cage down. In order to do that, I gotta pull all these plates out. In order to do that, I gotta cut my tack welds. So we're gonna start cutting some tack welds. We're gonna get this thing dropped down, and then Alright, if you haven't already clicked off the video at this point, I don't know what's wrong with you, but anyways, obviously I'm the worst cameraman ever. I put the camera up here on this chair, and I didn't tighten the mount enough, and as you've seen, as soon as I started grinding and stuff, the thing fell down. So anyways, got all these ground out, and I got them all loose. That one, no, these ones in the back I can't get to because my my cutoff wheel on my grinder is too short, so I gotta go get some more grinding blades. So we're gonna run to the hardware store and all right, we're back. We went and got that cutting wheel, and then I just dropped down the cage. I had to cut a little bit more out of the floor. Probably a little too much, but we won't worry about that anyways. No big deal. So I had to drop the cage down so I can weld it. I went ahead and used the wire wheel and cleaned up the rest of the welds, or the rest of the pipe, so that I could finish the welds. And yep, so I'm gonna set you guys up. We're gonna go ahead and start welding it up. All right, guys, I went ahead and cleaned up all the welds real quick and wiped down the roll cage with some what's it called? Paint thinner. Wiped down the cage with some paint thinner, wire wheeled all the welds so that they all look pretty good. So there we go. Little weld check. There's some buggers right there. Look alright. They're not terrible. They're decent. Tried my best. Did what I could. Tried to TIG weld it. Didn't happen. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna wire wheel the floor and put the plates back in. I'm gonna clean up the plates, make sure they're ready to weld,